Hello friends. Now we are just going to start some advanced level things, right? So what is the advanced level things we are going to learn here? We are going to know how our uh, MI AI ML predicts basis of the data that we are going to explain here. So first of all, we have a suppose a data. Suppose data, what we have data, let me show you that I have a data of the loan. For example, I had a data of loan. This is the loan ID, gender, male, education, application, and loan amount, credit history, property is urban, rural, and loan status, yes or no. This is the complete. I have a data, right? Basis of it may be 1 lakhs, 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs data, right? So these are the few columns, and basis of that, we will predict that we can get the loan or not approval from here. So what we are going to do here, we are just from here you can see the few lines that the Excel file I am loading. So I don't think there is any issue to know about what is the read CSV. Read CSV will load the file. From here, once we will load the file, after that, here you can see all the load record, right? And this is the information, what type of the columns are there and what is their value, right? After that, once we will load the Excel, then the columns which is not required in prediction, like loan ID, we don't want, right? And then loan status. This is also we don't, because loan status, what we will go, loan status we will predict. So we are going to remove these two columns from here, right? Again, if you want to tell, then I can tell you what head do. Head is used to quick preview of dataset. Info is tell you about what exactly data we have, data types, and their null values, right? And is null, right? Sum is count the missing column, right? Now come to the once we load the data, then what the axis values? X-axis value after removing these columns, the rest of the columns will be x-axis, and the loan status, this is the y-axis value, right? So let me run the application, and then we will understand what exactly going on. Just come to the point. This is my data, complete data, right? Which we can show in line number 5. After that, I am telling you that what the data types are there, right? So these are the data types, like loan ID, not null 15, application 15 is not integer, right? These are the objects. So this is the column. After that, here our x-axis. After removing loan ID and loan status, loan ID and loan status we remove. This is the indexing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and gender, male, education, application. These are the basis of these. You can see loan status column is not there. This is the x-axis, and the y-axis is our yes, no, 0, 1, or yes, no. Anything can be. So this is the yes, no, right? So basis of x-axis and y-axis, we can get here. We are till here we understand what exactly we are going to do, and this is Y is mapped with 1, no is mapped with 0. After that, we print it. Okay. And then, let me explain you. Oh, Yeah. Uh, yes, from here we, yes, so, and this is the y-axis after removing the value. Okay, now this is the PD. PD means what PD is here. You can see PD is the what pandas alias, and by this we are using to load the CSV. So this from here we load the CSV, and once load the CSV x-axis value we can see here. All the x-axis value you can see here. Right? Okay. After that we print x-axis, which is this. Now same thing we are in earlier, I think in earlier video they were a little bit confusing. So I am going to here telling you what the things we are going to do here. Here we will again split our data in x-axis, y-axis. X-axis field record we will use to split and paste the data, and some x-axis value which we use to train the data. But first we train the data, then we test the data. So this is the something we write always: x train, x test, y train, y test, and train test split, and random state is 42. Anything you can use, and 80% we are using for train, and test size will be 20%. Means point 0.2 means 20% is used to test, and rest the 80% we will use to test. What we are using here? We are using logistic regression. Logistic regression we are using to train the model. Once we will train the model, then see how we will predict. We will predict the x-axis values, and we will get the once everything we will get, then we will get the accuracy score of X text, Y prediction, and confusion matrix, right? And classical report. All these things we will see here. So you can see accuracy score is 66.6, right? And confusion matrix is 0101, right? And precision, recall, F1 score, and score. These are the reports value which we are using for classification report, right? So after classification report, means what we are doing here, we are just getting the values, right? Basis of that, we will get all these things. Overall means only we have to load the data, find which column we use to uh, use for x-axis and which column is used for the y-axis. After that, we have to use which type of the model we have to use for the iteration or for testing purpose for the data. And after that, all the things is already given here in predefined methods we have. In that you have to apply the formulas, means the formula is also implemented in build there. Only you have to put the value from here, right? You can see x10, x text, y10, y test, x axis, y axis, and the x size is 20%. This is used to test one, rest 80% is used to train, and random state is 42. Once we put it, after that what we have to do, all these value you can see, all these value we can is put for the logical regression, and then fit it to x and y, and once we will get these value in the model, then we can predict it from the model or predict x text, and all these things we can get from the accuracy score, confusion matrix, classification report. All these things you can get from here automatically. There is no need to do anything. After that, if you see, I had a value of the trend accuracy, test accuracy. Trend accuracy and test accuracy. This we can also get from here. Trained accuracy is 100% and test accuracy is also 100%. So these are the things which we can get from a model evaluation. Means test train the model and then test the model. So these are the things which I want to explain here. Still, I want to tell you few things that we have a few parts of any model to train. First, we have to load the data, or data loading, and after that we have a feature value, that is the x, and target value, which is the y. Then we have to convert the target value, right? And once we convert it, then we have one hot coding value, that is the get dummy one, right? Then test and split, test and train, which I told you. And after that, we are using the logical regression model to test and train the data, and then we can use for the predict. And for prediction, we use the model predict, right? Which is here. You can see predict, right? And after that, evaluate the metric, that accuracy score, confusion matrix, classification report, right? Confusion matrix. So these are the things we can see here, right? Again, I will explain few things after this, that in the logical regression, we have a score value, average accuracy, all these things we can get from here. Okay. Now, what I am explaining once again to you guys to know what we are doing here. Uh, I I just want to explain once again all these things so that you will be understand everything. These are the things which I also not write all the codes, but yes, I get Google and from there I search it and then I get the code, and these are the things which I am able to explain you guys. So let me tell you first what we do. We load the data, right? And i- inspect the data, what the data have. If the data is completely relevant, if not, then drop few. So from here we are dropping few of the columns which is not relevant for x-axis. After that we are telling it what is the y-axis, and once x-axis and y-axis we get, means x-axis is the target feature value and y-axis is the target value. Then we convert if it is required. The y-axis is what exactly it is. Is it a string? Then we have to convert into the 0 1 format, right, as an integer. And then we get the hot encoding. Hot encoding means we are going to use the get dummy. This is the dummy value, means get dummy means by which we can convert into x-axis and y-axis. Then we have to test and train. Test and train means train first train, then test, right? Then train and test. We split all these values in basis of the size. If we write here point 0.2 means rest the thing 0.8% is used to train and 2% is used to test. Sorry, point 0.2 means 20% we are using for test and 80% we are using to test. And then we are using which one regression we are using for testing, evaluating our model. So we are using the logical regression. In logical regression, we fit it and extend y put, and then we can use to predict value. And once we predict the value, after that we can get that loan is approved or not, right? Then we will have our accuracy score, confusion matrix, classification. These all are the things only we have to write the formula, means write the predefined methods and drop the x-axis and y-axis values there, and we will get their values, right? So there is no need to do anything, only logical regression we have to write, and rest the things it will do there. Right? I hope you guys can understand. Still, if you have any confusion, then please let drop me. Uh, comment and I will try to explain all this. Thank you.